Hey, it's Stratejinn, and welcome back to Stratejinn, Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. Let's get started. We're playing as the University. If you remember, let's get going. Okay, if you recall, last time we succeeded in building our first Mindworm Boil. We also have defeated the Hive, and we're sort of dealing with the Peacekeepers. I keep wanting to call them the Planeteers for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because they've got that same earnest, oh, we're going to do all this stuff. How are we doing? Who's doing what? 25 turns. I can't remember what was happening last time. Building a HAB complex. Research hospital, okay. This unit I'm going to have down here. He's going to go over here, I guess. And die, apparently.
Until quite recently, spider silk had the highest tensile strength of any substance known to man, and the name silk steel pays homage to the arachnid for good reason. Commissioner Pravin Lal, UN Scientific Survey.
Okay, so we've discovered silk steel alloys. These are basically the idea that you're creating like incredibly well alloyed, sort of almost woven alloys of metal that are incredibly strong. This allows you to research monopole magnets, photon wave mechanics, and silk steel armor. No, I don't want to see that. Alright.
Project complete.
Okay, sweet. So we've got the Supercollider. So Fecundity Tower built the Supercollider, which means we get a video.
God does not play dice. Albert Einstein, Data Links.
Okay, so as a Supercollider, it means that the research output at that particular base is doubled, which is really useful once we start getting all of the various stuff in there, like the biology lab and so forth. I'm going to have them do the Planetary Transit System. I want to get that done.
Project initiated.
Okay. So we defeated that Mindworm Boil. Our infiltrator reports that the Peacekeepers have lost the UN Equality Village to the Believers. Okay, so we need... What's this guy doing here? Can I change this? We need to get some C units. We need to find out where these guys are. I'm going to do a Chaos Skim ship. Have this guy hang out here. More force expands.
Production complete.
Okay. So, University engineers build our first naval vessel. Sister Miriam of the Godwinson already founded the first naval corps in mission year 2182. We're in 2282. It only took us 100 years to catch up with them. Alright, so again, see we've got a third layer of stuff here. This is the C one over here. Okay. So that colony pod we did earlier, the C colony pod, that doesn't count. Okay, we're down at the bottom of the map.
Project complete.
Alright, planetary data links at UN headquarters.
As the Americans learned so painfully in Earth's final century, free flow of information is the only safeguard against tyranny. The once chained people whose leaders at last lose their grip on information flow will soon burst with freedom and vitality. But the free nation gradually constricting its grip on public discourse has begun its rapid slide into despotism. Beware of he who would deny you access to information, for in his heart he dreams himself your master. Commissioner Pravin Lal, UN Declaration of Rights.
Okay, so what was the message of that video? Torrent Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri now, kids. Torrent it now. Go to ExtraTorrent or BitTorrent or wherever you go and torrent it now. No, don't do that. Don't steal video games from hard-working developers in 1999. Don't do that. Don't reach back through time and take the money out of their children's mouths. Alright, so we automatically discover any technology discovered by any 3 other factions, which means that we may get some other factions here. Other technologies here. I'm going to change that to... Okay, so can't do the Planetary Transit System. We're going to have them do the... Wow, they haven't done recycling tanks. We need to do that.
Production complete.
Okay, so they built a research hospital. You change that. We're going to have them do the biology lab, which will improve their science. Yeah, okay, so it looks like we didn't discover anything that anybody else doesn't already have in terms of technology. So in that case, the planetary data links wasn't super helpful, but if you're playing as somebody like the Believers, who have a serious science disadvantage compared to everybody else, you need to have that technology. Okay, so this guy... Okay, the Peacekeepers has lost UN planning authority to Believers, okay.
Time
Maximum
dilates
population
as the
reached.
speed of light approaches. To the extent that light consists of particles, it is in its own way timeless. Through simple perturbations of the temporal manifold, we can refract or repel photons most efficiently. Academician Prokhor Zakharov. Now we are alone.
Okay, so we have discovered photon wave mechanics. Basically, we now understand the relationship between... this is photon wave, but it should be particle wave. Basically, the idea is in quantum mechanics, in certain scenarios, certain situations, quantum objects are treated as waves. In others, they're treated as particles. Here we finally understand the relationship between the two. This allows us to research probability mechanics, and we can now build the photon wall, which is basically a kind of a hard light force field. No, I don't want to see that stuff. Okay, so this guy... Alright, Morgan Formers have altered the headquarters near UN headquarters. Okay, that's not one of our territories, so I don't really care. Oh, no, here, I guess. Yeah, unless they've renamed something else. UN headquarters. It's possible they have, which would be confusing.
Indigenous life form.
Okay, so basically at this point, what happened was we discovered one of those floating pods and an Isle of the Deep, which is a mindworm boil, but on the water has arisen. Now we have to fight it. Good. The Spartans and Believers have agreed to combine forces against us. The Spartans have signed treaty friendship with the Believers. Ah, great. Goody. Alright, so how are we doing on the Planetary Transit System? Is anybody close to being finished on that? Because I want that. 14. How much money do we have? We got 244, not a lot. 17. 11. Okay, let's hurry it up with this one.
Sufficient energy.
We're going to make a partial payment. Okay, I'll do 5 turns. I'm going to turn these guys over to building some... I really don't want to waste all that stuff, but I don't really have a choice. We're going to have them build some new stuff that's going to be a little more... do the Chaos Squad. Okay, and you notice that when I do that... Chaos Squad for these guys. There's now, at the bottom down here, there's the progress bar is now red. That means we've got overage. Basically, we've got more units than we need, more reproduction than we need to. Chaos Squad, okay. Chaos Skim Ship, I'm actually going to change you into, you're going to make a... Alright, you're going to make a transport. Okay, so that's going to be the way it's going to be for right now. Okay, so
The
we've...
chief aim of their constitution and government is that whenever public needs permit, all citizens should be free, so far as possible, to withdraw their time and energy from the service of the body and devote themselves to the freedom and culture of the mind. For that, they think, is the real happiness of life. Sir Thomas More, Utopia, Data Links.
Okay, so we just built the Hab complex. Now our population is going to increase in our thing here. We're going to change this. Basically, do we have anything else that we can research? No, I don't do that. We do that in 5 turns anyway. I'm going to do more chaos artillery. Can I not do the chaos squad here? I must not have the right. Interesting. I guess chaos. What do I want to do here? I want to build some more units to attack, but apparently I'm lacking the stuff that I need. We're going to do ECM Gatling Artillery Infantry because this Chaos Artillery is artillery, but it doesn't have very good defense. Oh, there it is, Chaos Squad. I don't know how I missed that the first time. That's what I want to do.
Production complete.
Okay, so they produced a Chaos Squad. Here's Miriam's people. I'm going to have the Hive. We're going to build our first air unit. Chaos Penetrator. So we're going to get all these guys. Okay, Infiltrator reports that the Peacekeepers has lost UN Ocean Authority to the Believers.
Action eradicated.
Oh, so the Believers have eradicated the Peacekeepers. Brother Lau has been captured and interrogated. We didn't get to do it, so we don't get to see the little thing there. Forest expands their seat of proper thought. Okay.
Production complete.
Alright, so they build transport. I'm going to change this over. We need to build some more troops because we're going to have to fight a war here against the Believers, who apparently have a very strong military.
Production complete.
What else can we have you guys build? Rec Commons. Oh, they don't have anything. What have you guys doing the whole
I
time?
think and my thoughts cross the barrier into the synapses of the machine, just as the good doctor intended. But what I cannot shake, and what hints at things to come, is that thoughts cross back. In my dreams, the sensibility of the machine invades the periphery of my consciousness. Dark, rigid, cold, alien. Evolution is at work here, but just what is evolving remains to be seen. Commissioner Pravin Lal, Man and Machine.
So with those cheerful thoughts, we've discovered neural grafting, which basically is we're implanting computers into our brains and giving us a snappy little helmet. That allows us to build the Bioenhancement Center, which allows us to do that, and the Neural Amplifier. It also allows us to research mind-machine interface and bioengineering, and also allows us to design units with 2 special abilities, which is useful. I want to get one of my groups here. How long till that's done? How long till it's done? 3 turns? Okay. Yeah, so actually we're going to have this guy. We're going to change this guy so that he's researching the Neural Amplifier. Basically, that gives us plus 50% to our psychic defense.
Project initiated.
Okay, so this guy's going to come over here. This guy's going to come over here. Like that. I'm going to send these guys up. So Hercules has receded from perihelion. Native life activity should return to normal levels.
Production complete.
Alright. Okay, so Bioenhancement Center is a new thing we've got there. We're not going to build it because there's something we need to right now. Let's see, what are we going to do? We're going to have him build this. He's going to have this unit, this thing build the Chaos Megafoil. Okay. Nuts. Alright, so we need to get some units up there. How many do we have in here? Not many. Alright, let's change this over to a Chaos Squad. Hurry.
Insufficient energy.
We have 0 money. We don't have money. Never mind. We're going to activate this guy. Activate unit. Okay. Wear them down a little bit. This guy, you're going to come over here. How long until this is done? Move this guy over here. Dang it. Alright.
Enemy project initiated.
It's fine, we're way ahead of them.
Complete.
Okay, so mission year 2292, University engineers built the first air unit, Sister Miriam of the Believers, already founded the first atmospheric core in mission year 2244. So if you're noticing a pattern here, that the Believers tend to come up with new military advances before anyone else does, that's not an accident, right? They tend to be really belligerent in this game. They will attack you a lot, as we've already seen. So yes, we've got this over here now.
As distances vanish and the people can flow freely from place to place, society will cross a psychological specific heat boundary and enter a new state. No longer a solid or liquid, we have become as a vapor and will expand to fill all available space. And like a gas, we shall not be easily contained. Sister Miriam Godwinson, but for the grace of God.
Okay, so we just built the Planetary Transit System. Any new bases we found begin at population level 3, one less drone at all population bases of population level 3 or lower. So basically what we've got is we've now got
complete.
This allows us to move things around really fast. Okay, so now we've built our first air unit. Basically, air units need to finish their turn in a base. Right, unlike other units which can land on the land, they have to be in a base to finish their turn. But they have a lot of moves. They have 10 moves, right? But they also don't gain any advantage from being on the road. So you'll notice down here they've got fuel 16 out of 20, meaning if they run out of fuel, they'll crash basically, and then you'll lose the unit. So I'm actually going to have this guy. He's going to go back. So I'm going to have him sit here for a turn. Okay, so we want to go. So if we look at the isometric map, there's a slight bulge here indicating there's like land. So Lady Deirdre of the Gaians wants to talk to me. Hello again, Provost and Theogen. Your talented followers remain a force to be reckoned with. Greetings from Lady Deirdre of the Gaians. Okay, you know what? I think that's a deal. She says, so Provost and Theogen, I see you've run afoul of our little friend Sister Miriam. Just between you and me, I've recently obtained a complete map of every major believing installation, and I will be more than happy to provide it with you with a copy and exchange for your doctrine files on Doctrine Air Power E5. Yes, I want that. Woo! Our friendship is a strong one, Provost and Theogen. Long may it remain so. Provost and Theogen, your respect for planet's fragile ecosystems is much appreciated. I can only hope that others will follow your excellent example. Okay. Have you any further business? No, we're good.
Production complete.
Whoa, Nelly. Oh, crap. Oh, man, this is going to take forever. Okay. So basically, look how many bases. They've got a ton of bases because they've taken over all of these. These are the UN bases they've taken over, so we're going to have to assault these. So this guy here is now go. This unit is full again, so we can now. We're going to have him go. Can I make it over there? Perfect. Okay, he's finished his turn in a base. Okay, I want to have this guy come over here. So it's going to be like that riddle with the fox and the chicken and the bag of grain. In that I'm going to have to...
Why do you insist that the human genetic code is sacred or taboo? It is a chemical process and nothing more. For that matter, we are chemical processes and nothing more. If you deny yourself a useful tool simply because it reminds you uncomfortably of your mortality, you have uselessly and pointlessly crippled yourself. Chairman Shen Jiyang, looking God in the eye.
Okay, so we discovered bioengineering, which allows us to start building the longevity vaccine and to start researching retroviral engineering. It also allows us to add clean reactors to our units. Yeah, so basically this is like that thing with the fox and the chicken and the bag of grain, and you have to get them all across the river. Look at this. Look at this. This is a nightmare. We got to take these guys out. Morgan's okay. These guys I don't care about. It's just these believers. They've got so many bases. They've got like 20 bases. Oh, this is going to suck. Okay, so put this guy on here. He's going to ferry him back. This guy, so that the mindworm boil is already moved for the turn. Okay, so I can't. Is this with the Chaos Squad yet? Okay, so we're going to have this guy. Our Chaos Planetary unit has performed admirably, is now discipline status. Okay, greetings to you all, Provost and Theogen. You're as always the most unethical of us all, and your followers the most reckless. And apparently that's a good thing. Miriam, Sister of the Believers, salutes you. You know, for the end to this vendetta, or we risk total destruction at my hands. So here's the thing here. They've got formidable might. I could say, you know, just go ahead, but I think it'd be a good idea to at least get a few territories away from her, a few bases. Okay, so yeah, insufferable, unethical cleansing. I get it. Haha, sucker. Our transport unit is now disciplined. Okay.
Production complete.
Okay, so I want you to change over. You're gonna build. Do I want them to build anything that they can attack? Oh, let's have them build a children's creche. Okay. Okay. How many moves does that guy have? It'll let me know when it's about to crash, so. Okay, so I want to have this guy disembark the mindworms. I want him to come back. I can't attack that guy, jerk. I want him to stay where he's at. Solar flares on Alpha Prime. All bases produce triple energy next turn. Sweet, we can actually make some money.
Production complete.
Okay, Garen Memorial builds a biology lab. We're going to change that over to longevity vaccine.
Project initiated.
I don't want you to build any more Chaos Penetrators. I don't need that. Build me... You know what we're going to do is we need to squeeze these guys out. Build me a sea colony pod. Can he... We're going to have him go like this, and like that. He's only got 6 moves left. I want to hold him where he is. You're going to get on board this ship. I want to move him here. I'll move him over here. You're both going to stay where you're at. Darn it, we lost it. Oh, so Deidre started the longevity vaccine, but I think we'll be ahead of her.
Production complete.
So shall I upgrade all future Chaos Megafoil production to the Chaos Battleship model at all costs? Yes, to all.
A ship at sea is its own world. To be the captain of a ship is to be the unquestioned ruler of that world and requires all of the leadership skills of a prince or minister. Colonel Corazon Santiago, Leadership and the Sea.
Okay, so we've discovered Doctrine Initiative. Our new base facilities, the Naval Yard and the Maritime Control Center. We can research the technologies nanometallurgy and Homo Superior. And our unit advances, we can now do a cruiser and we can add amphibious pods to stuff.
Production complete.
Okay, so they built a Chaos Squad. Good. 6. Like this. Okay, she's disciplined. So first things first, I'm actually going to have this guy Okay, let's go down here, have this guy change this over to a transport. We want to do a destroyer transport. So basically we've got a new base for our stuff. We can do destroyers now. Okay.
Enemy project initiated.
Uh-oh, she's got the Maritime Control Center. I better start that too. Who do I got doing what? How long will it take you guys to do the Maritime Control Center? 392 turns. Okay, do that.
Project initiated.
Okay, so you this way, you come down here.
Pod recovered.
Activating the pod triggers a xenofungal bloom. So basically we've got a lot more xenofungus here. Doesn't really matter, except that it makes that move a little faster. This guy's got 10 turns, but he's got at half fuel. So either we can sacrifice him and attack one of these bases, or we're going to send him back into the base. Okay.
Improvement destroyed.
Okay, so force expands.
Production complete.
Alright. So what I'm going to do is as soon as we got a sea colony pod over here, what I'll do is then I'll use this guy. I'll build a base over here. So I'm going to have him stay where he's at the moment. I have this great collective. I'm going to have you build something else. Maritime Control Center.
Project initiated.
And your guy can come down here. Okay. I want you to come over here as well. How long till that transport's ready? 5 turns. Okay, so we're gonna wait. I have Colonel Santiago of the Spartans on Channel 9. Okay. Provost and Theogen the Unethical. It is ever a pleasure to match wits with you. I, Colonel Santiago of the Spartans, am at your service. Perhaps now you have learned your lesson, Provost and Theogen. Will you trade me your data on applied relativity for an end to this vendetta, or will you risk total destruction in my hands? So no, because I've got one of my cities. I won't take that back. Provost and Theogen, I cannot allow your research programs to continue any longer unchecked. You may try to hide it, but your so-called pursuit of knowledge is nothing but a covert weapons research program. I shall therefore neutralize your faction and place these technologies in responsible hands. Okay, whatever.
Improvement destroyed.
Alright, Kelp expands. Move this unit here. Okay, can't do anything there. Okay. Captured it. Alright, 29 credits. Sweet, we got some money back. Yeah, I'll do that. Alright, you can go there as well. Oh crap, they've landed some guys. Oh, where the heck are all these guys coming from?
I maintain nonetheless that yin-yang dualism can be overcome. With sufficient enlightenment, we can give substance to any distinction. Mind without body, north without south, pleasure without pain. Remember, enlightenment is a function of willpower, not of physical strength. Chairman Shen Jiyang, SS on Mind and Matter.
Okay, so we've just discovered monopole magnets. Basically, if you're familiar with magnets and how they work, you've got a north pole and a south pole on a magnet. Every magnet in the world has a north pole and a south pole. In fact, you can't separate them. Well, now we've just discovered how we can separate them. So we can just create a magnet with just a north and no south on it. And that allows us to research unified field theory, nanominiaturization, and now we can build mag tubes. We want that.
Project complete.
Alright, so we built a neural amplifier, so we're going to get a little video.
Against such abominations, we organize our defenses on the principle that one strong and able mind can shield the many. Spartan Battle Manual
Okay, so basically that was a neural amplifier. Well, what we now have is an increase in our psychic defense. Change. What else can we do? Tab complex, I think. Okay, so it's been about half an hour, so I think that's a good place to call it a video. I will see you next time.